wabe cancer e wo studio ajebi akwa bana apom to saying
Bejo so na what to say
adumi ya official panso
I think cover to na me say mo de boma che say
and yes o Ashanti region
I said be say go bono wi enam sa obi asene they are buy say mo creative page ah na go for send the call
oh that be say na Facebook live
na bampon de na last 4 years I don't send the call
na last 4 years
shit now do I on be deceive you
mampon videos
back woman now you dey bow between last 4 years here primary as well.
Oh, really? Was it part of the videos we showed? Okay, then maybe it wasn't part of our videos.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, anyways. Inti, what about pro kakra, me boy, free and right, be seen there. What observations here then?
Mechia etiefo nyina. Obi, Juma ye di no, for 38,622 polling stations. 275 constituencies. Every polling station be your 5 elected officers. What they multiply 38,000, almost 39,000. They are talking about almost 200,000. Senipa enum I wo hono. So mu nyina akra nipa miensa contest you are talking about 600,000 people. Inti 600,000 nyina cost of kofa forms at at the various constituencies. De me hu ene say constituency no any election committee no communication koye in some cases. In some cases and so I was who say ade ye constituencies be on ma ye parliamentary candidate no omani anje ho e ma bi ko independent.
Yes.
E bi Kasatia party no be for almost Skirt and Blouse Association and all that. Enti bebre ho no ma omo no akoye sa na against the party no. Omo person omo sa be hye ade enum. Enti baby to say Sunyani East. As early as 13th of February. Our process next starting 19th no. No more press conference Sunyani is here the forms na ba no mo dey see omo person dey mo bia and all that. To the extent say 19th no e bi beda party officer. The committee in do ho omo ebe start omo adwuma no. Na forms no ko omo nsankan na nkofo abochenku ho.
Party officer.
Party officer. Because of suspects say be our own money forms and now say oh no the niamo di previously ninti no ontie wasam kra na pinche na the atene say otwa edito mo WhatsApp iso ne we so a na chire ya ba na ye be so asem na no a obesan twa to mo san twa to nti baby ti say Sunyani ise ochena enra mete ye no ene na nsa mete enra mekọ me call almost a light tin oh eye orderly almost ton form samo bia or ye MPP ni awaba ho nso anu no omo ntwa mfa mbrel nti why your announcement a day before untumi incorrect untumi it is out there as if say party no ko ho but entesa yes there are instances challenges wo. But these challenges, no, you resolve. Just said they ain't to me resolve, and we by him. Typical example, also as part of rules and regulations near the by.
Yes.
There were constituencies, you see, to say Akwitia, Fomena, German South, Asen North, Bunkrubu, Savlugu.
Okay.
Some about 8 of them.
So there will be no
for one reason or the other. Yes, you are suspended.
Okay.
But there are a lot of work to be done behind the scenes. And for instance, Akwitia DAC, Friday, Saturday, I was there with them, with the regional executive. I share Nema. Very soon, no, you do a roadmap every morning. From that day, so Sunday, no, we spent close to 6 hours going through what the reasons are, alternatives are able to me, how to do it, said that at the end of the day, the man problem they buy, a man MP, no, a walk out from the process, no, and some babion. Yeah, discussions, if your baby is almost 19. And now, Andra, in addition to me, monitoring, no, not German South. Almost so, almost after the primaries, candidates, they had a problem one town against the other, almost for almost skirt and blouse group and all that. To the extent, say President, a difference of close to 14,000. I'm a candidate, parliamentary candidate lost by 1,900. It is our constituency. You can say, yeah, primary so maybe I'll grow now. There are problems on the ground. What is our constituency way? You suspended. Not just a form send call. A day before I ram a call in, there's a particular radio station. They were accusing the constituency officers. They were accusing the MC. Say forms naba and all keep forms.
German South.
German South. Meanwhile, that constituency
has been suspended.
Ubianfa forms and call. You understand? Ubianfa. There are places they say mention not in there. There some. Time on was on Beshas or man shas at that time. Or buy and so no. Na say do baby no na condition omo yeah this identity on bufu MP ni kra na say or say forms no back 10 cedis. No say eh na dey ya ti say ba omi out of forms ni nyina ya ti say ala out of forms ni nyina ya ti say butu bi out of forms ni nyina eh den na abeto amaye eni so omo bo ni tuto sa hu into atena car no ma call e hodwe no etwabre o. Say a police car so koi. Yeah,
but say enro any omu nyina di nkomo.
It's a process na call so.
Yes, but I think the issue they buy na say na one camp say omu nche forms nim na omu so nko ton bi ma omu so omu nko for.
You see,
and no is that allowed?
No, it's sir. So, it's na you put together composition of the committee, you know. Ya hwehwe nipa nim. Ya nka say this camp again, assume say your 10 camps so until get the forms so call no you better am 10 camps no ma call chicha am call for na and why na you am call for party muya na your constituency no why na ye camps no am call for so until you na sir until who's a broad composition of the committee. Constituency chairman ka ho, constituency secretary ka ho, constituency research and election officer, constituency IT coordinator ka ho, chairman of council of elders of the constituency ka ho, chairman of council of patrons ka ho, an elderly woman from the constituency ka ho. Your friend is saying answer yes a region for nipa baako na on be represent no on chair committee no
and MP so, no anasa ne rep
MP no anasa ne rep eka ho sa nipa nkunu yi de tibia all stakeholders of the constituency can be served. You understand? There me who say in some cases no some of the people like they am call some call chair no o mentu anyom adwuma yi.
And have you told those people in their faces, Emasa, what about the truck?
No, sir, about my attention.
You do that?
Yes, I will do that. I've done a lot. Saying anything now, bet to me, Abekawa. Before you're paying, I didn't know you're paying. A lot of it. A bit of ma. Here, the bit is a quad, as to say.
Yes.
And a pa, Omunyan forms now. You see, some of these things, I was history. Omo your problems with their album before.
Yeah, that's quite so.
Yeah, quite so. Omo your problem with the album. It has a chairman who come on Jinindi. It be at the chairman a catcher and say forms and a crew. But I'm on Jindi. I'm doing say A be out the forms and A could see and or no acoton. I'm my favorites. It's where Biana enters. So we are talking about close to 38,622 polling stations. We are talking about 275 constituencies. So the Upper West in United constituencies no.
Yes.
Upper East in United constituencies no. North East in United Savannah in United Northern region in United Ahafo regions no. Western North Western region Central region Greater Accra Volta region and Uti and Eastern region Bobo say the year can't say the MPP is dying. There's massive sporadic fight all over the place, you know. Baby, I'm a boy. Apart from Eastern region, I see about Kede and in New Job in Kakre. Apart from Ashanti, you can mention about 3-4 constituencies for her. But no crown over here, polling stations, best and 9. Udayam fair no. Ufa Bono region. Ufa Sunyani East. Now for Brekuba. These 2 constituencies. Greater Accra. Baby, I mean your concern Kakra. Ningo Prampam.
Yes.
And Ablekuma West. There's complaints say regional rep no akono or Kipuni mama no ho or your way. Central region. Who say problem beba one constituency Aguna West. They wrote a petition to me. Say Aguna West, their air kono in Chichemuno ya doso. And she said, Beya, hold you on. Now your 2 polling stations will be a free. The entire region and national alcohol near Hobwa near Yemen.
I resolve the whole issue.
Yemen, I fair.
Apart
from,
okay.
Apart from a honor,
yes.
So Western region or what to be Sabio. It for me, you know. So even every region cry. Na yeti constituency 1. Nipa huejuma, nipa almost 1 million
Ekosiisen
and the better some nearby way. We have the mechanism to resolve those issues.
To deal with them.
Yeah, we've dealt with almost all of them. But because it's out there already, don't you know? I say, as if say, you're dealing with. These are the COVID for so unfortunately, my discussion on in a year. But it looks as if say, or Pache say, some of his people or some other people who were qualified, who are qualified to pick forms and some kind. Yeah, extended day, no. Get and a press conference, national chairman here, or extended day, no. Ending time no by 1 day. It is alcohol no say forms asa. Uko regional say forms asa. As we speak now, over national, my forms nibi.
National.
Me say as we speak now.
Now, who feel we are the akwahin?
Who feel you better what the committee no? Sound to me to about national.
Now committee almost your mama forms. How would
I say almost say asa? Na say me sign form echi e dey amobi because when ya just say be wan ko hokra. Because first no yes I dey we are. Yes. Nko for nko constituency ho. Some call the polling station. No I call region. And I said national.
Ekosiisen-On-One.
Na ebi obi or national. No abeji no dey call. Esa emboa for mobilization on the ground. We hen pa kroko ombu constituency for no because onim obi or region and I say onim obi or national. Sa de no and some of these decisions you take unim but it is as a result of nyema akoso over the years. And who ne ye and they draw rules and regulations to guide us. So, there are yes, there are a few places are challenges kakra about, but yet that's way said there one church.
My question, JB, originally, and it's because what I gather from in Komai any amount for did you know, some of the problem no the composition of the electoral committee. For example, Sewoko constituency be a chairman or member of that committee. I will interest or Bessia Ranibu as constituency chairman. Secretary will interest or Bessia Ranibu. for the first time, more the MPs about the Casa committee, and I send a rep. Say MP who interest her. These guys, because of the interest, would manipulate things to their favor. And you know that the problem
is interest in your who are conflicting interests. But you no pay any interest, no. Electoral area coordinator, interest. Regional officer were interest. National officer were interest. Parliamentary candidate were interest. Presidential candidate were interest. And not presidents who were interest.
Yes.
To ensure that there's peace in our party in order for him to also have his peace to run his government. In terms of interest, nobody disputes that. But when you're careful, now say, you are more interested in your one.
You will not get anybody in
38,622
polling station.
The
committees are not per polling stations. A constituency committee.
A constituency, but they will move to each and every polling station to organize the elections. That's what we are talking about.
Yes, I agree. In every constituency, you will not have people who are independent in court, party members with thorough knowledge of the constituency will make me around the elections.
Council of Elders
on Asempa FM.
Council of Patrons chairman independent.
Yes, so take out the constituency executives who have interest.
Your constitution. We cry.
Yes.
You try say you better bend the rules
FM.
because the constitution say article 730 article 730 say constituency or regional officers shall appoint an officer from amongst them and not just any person to supervise polling station and constituency elections respectively. This is what our constitution says. Say your constitution is a dear no perswa. Enka young for people in few region na come to me a day will be for be akokao. But you realize that this is likely to create problems. We are appointing the papa on Koyasa or what interest. And yet, the all Koyapon no interest. Appointing authority, no, they are all appointing the panel interest. No, but until we merged it with Article 18
on Asempa
Ekase. There may be separate rules and regulations of the party to supplement the provisions of this constitution. The rules and regulations may provide the guidelines for the operations of the party at all levels. Until you're far away, no. And you far rules and regulations now a mandate National Council to do so, no. And until you have a combination allowing the constitution to work and also making sure say you provide a buffer, a complement. It's in the Council of Elders, Council of to me in fact because of the constitution.
Constitution, no. The regional reps, no. Are they appointed in the National Council? I'm saying regional reps. And then we Jaima regions.
I know you Jaima region. You Jaima Regional Executive Committee.
Okay.
Say, Omunsha region, no. Na mpanyinfo a hall MMDC, former MPs, former ministers, some regional officers, some national officers are almost feeling say omo de adwuma sha omo nsa betumi aye mana so ani ene de mo nti most of the regions no region back constituency level and also no ye nja ama region no but region was direct interest in it
in the constituency
until no ye the
national
appointed near the regional party ni about near the constituencies
me busa regional executives ne dey based on Asama Kofi Fosun Cancer Kai, for example, say Oba Asante Achem Central. The regional rep no the sitting MC for Asante Achem Central. And according to him, no, he is an ally of the MP. And he is supposed to chair the electoral committee.
I know, so say there are a lot of the constituencies na nkɔfoɔ ɛwɔ te sɛ reason a
Yes,
ɔmɛ
yes.
ɛwɔ sɛ nkɔ kiki
Asempa
gensi
FM.
Also your petition here. Wa petition wo.
Why?
Or petition region wa copy wo.
ne bi amensanka
Okay.
bi amensanka
Okay.
you understand
Yeah.
because for instance in Menchia North
Yes.
regional rep the fifth one no call you
Really?
yes a sign no they call it first one they call almost say omompe second one almost say omompe third one say omompe fourth one it is that reason ewo ho a nka as quickly as possible no nka by attention because
we clear changing.
oh yeah say
For now it's too late.
for now it's too late my way anyway nti nka yene ebe prevail on the regional executive
Ekosiisen
committee
on Asempa
and
FM.
likely bias Kofi Fosu
FM.
raise
Yes.
you raise with them nanka oma pelbi ashe and like the typical example is Menchia North yes almost about 5 times answer omunya de ombenya
In the Siciano, national chairman extension no, and the ene. Ene, right? In the after ene no, what happens? Or more after forms be on bed.
some of our forms almost fail na omo de akome de kwa ebe mo vet time for vet in 1 or 2 days
On be vetting.
vetting na here can you vetting said the ya call parliament I open minister I be vetting no at least I see who say go for na say line
Yes.
no go to forms
Yes.
no baby o cry bia onim no ofi polling station e wo to say for instance alpha constituency be to say Amenfi West obi fi Asenkregwa no Asenkregwa they say
capital
obi fi Tolompan obi fi woman no good na oba beto phone so asen ubere hu say we member na so anya member but of feeling we no the bar now questions are baby sa no ubetumi hu say member na
And vetting no be anyway constituency office.
area constituency depending on the constituency say this Asenkregwa say and Amenfi West
Yeah.
because all you know constituency be a beche
Ebeche.
nti bia this
Zonal
area
And that's electoral area. Okay.
the American na vetting committee me say vetting committee elections committee you know any constituency for nyina ati ase ne say vetting no nya bibi nwunran bi da afi na mo de be disqualify nkofo so
Is that documented? Eka rules.
eka rules no enya bibi nwunran a mo de be disqualify nkofo who disqualify obi na reasons no enya reasons to asuma e be reinstate it because one say yeah e be another way of taking people out of the thing. Imagine anybody me no afa omo pe police station chairman na ba ko ba e what discover na ba ko no post
Yes.
what did they
Of
can
course.
say nti ya ma ho kwan
Or any flimsy
excuse be some of the excuse may be say akwa we yeah ko 2020 no you who say no NDC candidate ne nam baby and I say you who say or support to independent candidate if you any evidence because sometimes you know yes so be openly decide say you were a candidate or no they unsupported candidate you know no tired pa we entoma nanado me entoma MP now you were recording of such a person doing that there nipa no ka so be a polling station executive how are you going to trust his integrity becoming polling station officer sa nipa na you want evidence there we can say okay what's our party nim nyame adon you win and give you join NDC be winning there also what's haba but you to me ma won be because we are polling station executive the likelihood of you becoming a polling agent for the party is great so never change do bet me join but say obey officer pa so there and the yampene but yampene so it is also possible say obi yakwa primaries no nipa mienu na yakwa primaries candidate no winning no na on support no
Yeah.
Iti ya tu abawie no e bi kra na mo ntrase no se obeka campaign no ho kra mo be ginatum ana mo be ginedi nti ono decide so MPP ni ono abe ne campaign One you careful, I because as any
One
parent
support.
one support or support to independent. And no so the any idea bepenny. Intibaka and make a bion is to say. Vetting no. Remember and also yet another avenue. I did bet this college and call for a bra and ninja so.
Vetting will be done by the elections committee.
The elections committee.
Omuria na se ba se obi efili aggrieved obey dey.
Also quickly or petition region national immediately at the same time because time is so anyhow. So because here we are maybe about 2 days behind
elections.
Don't pity region and national at the same time.
In the elections, why am I be voting?
Election
Polling station elections.
Nipa miensa the category of process and a wa to vote. One, Obekaya September. Yeah, they close to 40,000 polling station registers. Echo polling stations now. At the constituency for none of them are polling station executives. Mobile church. So be out. Yeah, declare that month no cry mass registration month. So Obekaya.
Yes.
Yeah, GJ form registers no 2 weeks time they say them are ongoing. Nti obia ni din was a register no no. Owo ho kwan se oto abani bi. Owo ho kwan so se o contest for elections ni bi. That is one. 2 so be din enim for one reason or the other. Wa ebia wa ankocho ni din. Ebi kra said the go for deny go for forms you go to see deny no we nya ni din antro. Na so wo party card. Party card 92, 96, 2000.
Ni na eligible.
Oh, you're eligible. Because your party ni it to me a twaba. The third one, no, a bit controversial, but better than not having that third addition. And I say Obi a party ni only party card. Only need any register them. But you say Obi. Yenene na ye party ewo
polling station
ye call rally okobi ye tell posters out taribi ne na fie kra na first na ye party meeting ewo ono ankasa kra meetings aye nyina baby na nipa mienu betu aka say oh akwa we ne na ye party no wa
obetima to aba enti as we speak no JB there is no say one register ye jina so for sa battle
but one thing you must realize is for the first polling station elections in this party mena your mama ko ye ewo Ablekuma West Wogon
okay
Ablekuma West
Asempa FM
I also West Wogon yes to be card and trim team I see show with 3
I also
West Wogon that an Afrima or Afrima afraid I know about 2004 on amu now there was disputes with our polling station register no sometimes na polling station chairman for the twaba now a kick against about almost 35 of them. Yeah, back and forth, they say, I'm going to buy a polling station chairman for fraud. You call it.
Ekosiisen-One-On-One.
Yeah, I'm for register be a cranko. But be any ho to my friend, more in this city. Police station will be any movie away and this way of it. And this involve a jack crown or motion in the air to Abba. Initially, don't almost serve me. You call first place, no? Mission if I do draw a 2 abeya. You call second place, you say, card ye chia, as a son call for go. Almost 2 horror. Second place, you know, on my bar, beto. Third place, I'm saying, hey. Ubia ha, wow, qualify. Oh, yeah, MPP nipa. But your qualifiers are better about ha. Ubia or party ID card, and now say electoral. Commission ID card no and do be indicate polling station or it be here now go for MPP for but don't feel like so it I know major problem
but I was thinking say JB to encourage party for say anytime a party be embark on an exercise here, register party members. Obia be kwa register no. Why don't you say we've given everybody the opportunity to register. You register the yenya no near there to
Nka chaos no be more.
No, so now when you go again, how would people come and register?
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Because in some cases, no, people would say, yes, I'm
Yes,
registration.
yes.
Others were complaining, say,
Asempa
you
FM.
deny omo, you deny omo. Even me be mu be ka say, masa who deny ni panokra na kwa o. Because some polling station register na is not going to be the sole source. You can say the sole source for voting na. Nka be he no, you dey register be na nipa 4 and now 5 per the home. And then nipa 10 and then nipa 20. So yes, this is the psyche of our party we've been running over the years. And we know. So because of interest, and your interest, your constituency for MP's interest, constituency for region, national presidential
Flag bearers.
Potential flag bearers in 30 years. Potential, this I would say, you know. Let me quickly clarify.
Asempa FM.
Sikasema ebaya, say.
Say ngofo triama, say ngofo nkwaji form
You
different.
tried dealing with it. I
Yes.
don't know to what
Yes.
extent
Enra.
did you deal with. Yet they say as a party, Ankasa, you support to constituency, no, with resources, so move to me around elections. No.
Okay.
In addition to say on the
Asempa
ton
FM.
forms, no, enya bibi kakra the account around. We ton forms, no, also because. You say, Obia, sorry, I don't offer just because it's free. One mention at least we are polling station
token.
officer, just a token to show say you are committed to the cause. You understand? And yeah. But in addition to the main, it does not prevent anybody to say me wohoi. Now since central, I mean yanko home ko home Jimmy. Constituency hona me fi.
Yes.
Me ken constituency. It may support to among 10,000 now for and so sika dey.
But they support a party,
They
no?
support a party
Not
for
to buy
their-
forms, so I'm in chairman
for their activities. It is possible say
FM.
nka me wo hoi na nka me wo parliamentary ambition na police station for be aba together aka say in the quarter forms in this car sa no se me pese me tomo omo a me doing quarter forms in bulk nkra na me nkoche
Na
mo
nkoche.
also the ma constituent and now the ma committee no now specify say when it is me tea and I'm telling you what I know.
You-
On
okay.
Asempa FM.
Because obi any obetua sika ban e national e kai a boy did printing forms no over 1 million Ghana cedis and they did printing forms no because over 1 million forms near the call here sika ya they can home for constituency activities friend and say security activities friend and say committee activities yeah from national near the call be embrace kabi for that yankasa and this kind of call here. But there may tea and say, particularly from talking to the constituency and the regional party, say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia,
Yes.
Asempa
every
FM.
year sika for existing polling stations now, polling station executives no more.
Omo e wo ho sisi
Omo
a.
was here no.
5 each, no?
Yeah, 38,622 no. Say because of Ejuma on my year for 4 years, you know, omo feel say you saw omasia. Yeah, until obetua saska. Until in a polling station, assume say on nkwa na betua saska na. Say over contest chairman na. Assistant chairman ne ba ye the form ne be chairman.
Ebe ma no.
Obi over contest no.
O
obetua.
beto. Okay.
Ekosiisen on
It is a nipa
Asempa
4 na ebe contest here because the 5 per polling station e call e. Nipa 4 no betua. Na de ono wo
E wo ho sisi a wa fa ne free.
free just because of gesture.
Yes. Dr.
Friends and
Baumia,
Dr.
aye.
Baumia,
Okay.
For Alan dear no man ti say otuabo nti na mo keka bo mu 290 whatever me nim baby a efi but me who say Ablekuma West in particular and so tuai na me who receipts on
Okay.
WhatsApp
Okay.
they said 12,000 something something say otua for one set of forms and no a different matter. So never change. The ordinary this kind of coin no bet me actually say we meet here for ABI
existing
one existing
okay.
and I say new people are ever. But in German uncle ye who say we say yes it does about me out of forms ring to be crying in particular. So my top forms ring now can say what of forms ring not just saying you never buy a performance no I free but antisa
Ekosiisen-On-One.
but for Dr. Baumia they meaning asking them no omo say no they are for existing polling station executives.
And that is what the regional executive
that is
told
what
you.
I heard from the regional party and some of the constituencies I'm calling sana mete.
Okay.
Alan Diano me did say 275 now. And yet for all the forms. Because all the forms they here best $1.5 million to pay for all the forms.
Pay all the forms.
Have to pay for all the forms.
That communication was a bit problematic.
Because forms here they 25 per polling station and a coin. Near what 38,622.
Yes.
Until multiply by 25,000 times 100 over 4. You know, you're talking about
that's some huge,
close to
huge,
2 million.
Yeah.
Close to 2 million. It is a $1.
Because say, I'm receiving some of the receipts. Where, for example, almost a New Patriotic Party MPP South Dai constituency official receipt 19th February 2022 received from Honorable Alan Kojo Trematin the sum of 3,500 Ghana cedis, being payment of 345 polling station application forms for polling executives. Your mature was one.
Wait, let's say almost 345
we almost 345 polling station application forms.
That's Sikani
3,500 Ghana cedis.
And say 3,500. That's just say somewhat 345 polling stations.
Yes.
That's every polling station or one form. Now 5 executives from where
Chen is saying. Okay, that's the challenge.
I think they can say.
Okay.
It is 345. But Minjini say and some of the polling stations cry 600 though. Some of the polling stations in the constituency. No. We no divided by 5 now mention.
I should divide which one by 5?
345 by 5.
Okay. 345 by 5.
We have 60. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. 345
by 5
divided by 5. 69.
And almost 69 polling stations. And the 69 polling stations, no, your 5 executives and a war.
Okay.
And you multiply by 69 and amount 345 polling station executives.
It means it's a way no.
It's way no one
per
each position.
Okay.
It's way no constituency for no. And also mo say Dr. Baumia there no also tua one per polling station. But no specify say
existing
executives.
Okay.
Into way so no a bear first can first serve. So existing in a bar. The obeba on your existing near obeba first for a particular position.
Now the way na mano.
But I'm be fire soon into no ya to me and clarify more. So a be fire so near be who say where the way about a constitute two and it to me talk 3 forms. Into 5 forms now, yeah, the amount. The old member and the oba
man one. Okay.
The next 2 are beba almost so momu mienu mienu na ka no de omo ba ton
momo.
One everything. But some
but I'm a famous so no. Is it say National Council in deciding on the rules of engagement when I'm crossing my will be to my
there be say obi be support to there one can't tell who's be support to and non support to we are making
but you could have preempted it
making MPs to Toby.
Yes, MPs to Toby constituency chairman
executives to Toby.
Yes
me anka say because am so to be am constituency they don't know about catch national council so na metal so ebia enya bi bottom sika last minute no bi abre bi say oh Gina me fa support to police nti
is it not something can make me discourage say mo bi anye bibi sir because obi person be serve party at that level na onya 10 Ghana cedis sir the person is not
ebi so da mo complain say this okay jiska kra yeah some of us ya tem the day say nti they say
moton forms
no you know nti sanity
anyways
it's unfortunate say
ma main kind
clarification yes. No by ye and no kahona some of the places no yes sent to quiet because mati say we the sika ba na mo beton mo be say mo di sika na and all that but you see one thing that must be clear to all party people is that there are political parties who memo omo kasa omo che free forms discuss on omo nya nipa ma o omo nya nipa no ma be salai. So the activism that we saw on the ground is positive for the party.
Ekosiisen-On-One.
The show of resilience. Say men pene ma un sisi wona ye. Men ma un fa forms ni sie enche ma un kwa ho no e positive for the party. Which I said the party is active on the ground. Me ankasa me course nyane isa line a o masa e bi ba ho ahomache am ge be aden e bi ba ho ahomache e bi beda ho we bi o mo kwan wa but aden but do o mo wo e ma party no so o mo person o mo serve party no o mo dane executive of the party no e ade a ye bo o ma baso ye pa for taking that boast.
And yet people seeing an opportunity say cocoa season ya babidu. And let me get in there.
There was this constituency 2007 no emu ye the power for constituency
yes.
And 2009-10 thereabouts akwebio na sasi no koton 40,000 or the contest.
Ekosiisen-On-One
and no win here. And I expand the electoral college. You say
yes.
that the paper says just about 1,000. Then I expand to close to 200,000. So, campaign no nana ba constituency 1-1 or mobile 5 city. Alan so buy so ma 10 cities. Last day no Salama 10 cities na ba 10. Ti akwa no akoton asasi 40,000 no. Campaign ni bunjira no oja 25 Ghana. When the 4 years was resign. Emu ede na ne say. Emu ede at the police station level. The obenya ne be fan say constituency elections are be constituency officers here na be 50 100. And
enye polling station again better presidential no.
Na presidential ni pa 200,000 ahina obetu ama. Presidential we nya boroso a udi oda also we ni ede nya boroso a na 500 from all of them. And we talk of 500 times 200,000. At the end of the day, last day that ye chiche bibi kakra 20 50.
Ekosiisen-On-One.
Baby, I will just be a parliamentary, no? And the home game, home match.
That's how your match channel there.
Said
the old kind of bibi kaka there.
Missy, baby, I will say, maybe I am to a banner zone.
Yeah.
They are two work on center. Now we have to about my own pet transportation, man. And no now, Beja. Now, occasionally, party, no, yeah, be a conference, yeah. Yabema bibi kakra ran nti mi gini se sika e wo mu ntra na nkofo be sori ahomache abesan line no bi wa yesisi da wa fa ba ne de ba akoho ntokwa epra da bi e party ne hodo nti na
the willingness to serve there be my main kind messages ne kakra and then wa hey wa jebre yi anu ama and then we look at other issues near the abawie we quite a lengthy message. No, say the Dino and the Alfred Owusu. Now, I sent the same message so many times. The Ehiano was a good afternoon, Obi. Please, we need clarification from the party leaders, most especially those in charge of electoral affairs. Most aspiring polling station executives are confused on this matter, and a clarification from the party will help stop unnecessary tension and chaos. I begin by citing this example in Dome Kwabenya constituency. Due to the large numbers, additional polling stations have been created from existing polling stations, which total registered voters exceeded 700. Previously, there were Dunamis Assemblies of God polling station A and Dunamis Assemblies of God polling station B. Now, the total registered voters in Dunamis Assemblies of God polling station A have exceeded 700. So additional polling stations have been created from the existing polling stations. So we currently have Dunamis Assemblies of God polling station A and Dunamis Assemblies of God polling station B and Dunamis Assemblies of God polling station C. My question is, can someone whose name is captured at Dunamis Assemblies of God polling station A contest for a polling station executive position at Dunamis Assemblies of God polling station B or C? Please, most members are confused about this scenario. Most members are crossing to contest for positions where their names are not captured. Others too are insisting one cannot contest for a position where one's name is not captured. From the party directive issued earlier on regarding the polling station elections, it was made clear that one cannot contest for a position where one's name is not captured. But most constituency executives, especially in Dome Kwabenya, are disregarding this directive. Obi, kindly tell our General Secretary to come out with a communique or directive on this to help prevent any chaotic situation. Thank you. Alfred Owusu, Dome Kwabenya. JB.
Some of these things,
by a very legitimate concern.
Yeah, legitimate concern, pa. Now, you see, for instance, even beyond this concern, I'll answer this one. But beyond this concern, your registration in cluster system.
Yes.
Now, we stay at a particular cluster for 10 days. Obi or a polling station chairman or outside the cluster. Because so be a O2 quantity or cock register a war cluster or more ya any polling station.
In the other side, you shot yourself in the foot.
No. No, sir, no. Because say your names are Hannah, what say? You fear any.
Ekosiisen-On-One.
Although work harder.
A bear.
Because of the circumstance. Sometimes you use your common sense in some of these things. You can say a very strict interpretation. One shot you to solve a problem. Because the polling station chairman and executive war baby for fraud. But because of circumstance who you hunty and as will be all cry yeah, registration or Accra. One man polling station, sir. Yeah, we registration. They because register or Accra. But to a polling station executive, a particular polling or person contest say, oh baby, or that's your polling station executive. What prevents the person from contesting there? We say, you know, A, B, and C, you know, now one polling station. Yes.
Yes.
Nti ebi kra mo che mu miensa no efie ba ko maame e wo B
papa no C me ba wo A
nti person contest ya baby A no because the same place A no contest wo A na wo ne because different
na wudin wo B
contest wo B I didn't tell person contest wo
Ekosiisen-On-One.
nti say polling station ba ko a ya chiche mu dia. Don't let us complicate the issues. Contest baby, I didn't want to because you one polling station, and I'm here, Juma, a boom. So
elections committee, do they have the same thinking?
Oh, they do. We took them through orientation.
Through our orientation.
We took them through orientation. So, and you don't say, sir, A, B, and C. Now, A, no, your original polling station. You understand? I, polling station executives. Near the two account. Two near the account. and no ne say yemfa additional polling station executives emra sa two na account in addition to one na wa ha no nti e bia first crowd na e na wo ye wa kodi bi at the same area you can contest.
You can contest. Okay. Obi, Chief, and this is Chief Alan, has paid for forms of all polling station executives in constituencies with MPs and paid for forms and passport pictures for polling station executives in orphan constituencies. And this is from the personal assistant to Alan Kojo-Trematin, Nana Yao Educhum.
Well, this is information to you and to me.
Okay.
Because
you don't have this info.
But as I went round and seeing some of the, they said they all kind 3,400.
Yes.
I also saw some of it. But I'm saying some of these things, you know, Ombema Yati. So now it's all Bisami and Yafina as a minimum. Baako I don't think that it is a good.
But Bakuna unim ne de no o inform them officially.
We inform officially so but me call round no.
Okay.
Na me say na ba. We dem me no enra say na answer. Particularly when I saw from Ablekuma West. So a receipt eda we so next time I believe say it will help all of us. Okay yehu a
very well. Very well. Still some more messages for clarifications. Nafe yahwe etimi atwa so Ekosiisen so ni ha Asempa 94.7 FM. And I'm told say receipt na we come as Ablekuma Central rather, not West.
No better say West.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm particular about West about West
about
here
West.
because constituencies.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Who's the first one? I'm looking at South and West here one. It's not me a concerned secretary for
both. Very well. Obi, special greetings to my honorable General Secretary, but kindly ask him if there is a way people who love the NPP can register online. The era of e-systems. Lawyer John Kwame Kwasin. Enra, Mibusa this question. Why the old systems the forms are come over
constituencies in
as a man.
Me say constituencies are one polling stations in and young crying Kumasi never. Ya your party for ya and na you see uncle page online they are complaining. You see uncle police online they are complaining. And truly speaking, there are a lot of the areas sa police in near my they call la omon tipo na yewie omon te sa sam no crazy and I see any bibi online and they see with time we'll get there. If the penetration is all over the place, why not? Abadi say go for my suggestion. I say yeah Jimmy. I say yeah kwasiafo. Yeah and so are the same people. The same people here on my suggestion here. Who names don't go grow internet in here? Who names ha? Who fire friend and say I also West so beside also I'm in view West. One shot best 100 polling stations so ubenya best 30 per internet. This open move normal banner be printed out. Cost of even doing that is even higher.
But is it not possible say Fabi, let's host some online or more access to internet can do that. Not a limited pressure because constituency offices.
Oh,
you can run both simultaneously.
Political party near you. You must have control. You must have your executive. So executive no omunya control about omo anko for omunya omo ye adwuma. Aden na say agrobi na edi. Political party near running. We will get there. We will obviously get there. We'll get there. Penetration, you know, edu level yeah, you know, you better access BBA. Yeah, you better try with your friend is a party ID card.
Okay.
A party ID card, you better try. Yeah, and no crap on no pay there, you know. Most of them will move from their polling station to electoral areas and some access internet too. Yes, suggestion very good. We are in the digital age and all that. But you consider answer. You take it.
More take it the final decision.
Until they do
Bobby, please tell General Secretary the polling station election process has not ended, so the committee chair's role is still active until voting is over. So if they want to change a committee chair, he can still be changed even now. Kofi Ofosun cancer and assigned the way, but in reference to the point
and a polling station and electoral area coordinators election committee.
Okay.
Until all the petition based on the IFS. Na it can be done.
It can be done very well. We say, hello Obi, good day. Please tell JB that it's true that all constituencies are not in Accra and Kumasi alone, so they should run both systems. So those who want online can do so, then some can also go pick up personally to avoid all these problems. Also, how does one register to become a party member to also get a party card?
I know very soon, we polling station elections. Electoral area coordinators. And no online now.
Obenya sa online. Very well. We say, okay. In the Milan Subusa the same question about running both systems simultaneously. We say, Obi, good afternoon. I wish you open your phone lines. What's happening online? We say, greetings to my general. Tell him the Lord is on his side for all his effort for the elephant family. Dr. Bernard Okoboy and we say let me see the other messages quickly. Receipt of payment in the Bibre
for our records.
We say, kindly please ask the General Secretary, Uncle JB, for me. That was the press conference which was addressed by the National Chairman yesterday. This state, the extension of the picking of nomination forms was given to only the Ashanti region or all the constituencies in the country.
All the constituencies
in the country.
Yeah, extended by 1 day.
Okay. Or say or Kasa because the constituency secretary is denying members to pick the forms because he said he has not received any communique to extend the day up till today. Isaac Eko Anan, or say polling station organizer in Original Word Ministry Church.
Ekosiisen-On-One.
Masa idea we no any idea ye didi agro. Nti we ya anyi ya obe racha correction. Nyame adon won kran ga obe ba national no abeji. Go ade chi a unya bion.
Okay.
Nti ya announcement secretary decided say medium anti. Meant now.
Sadly, Obi, some constituency executives are tainting the image of the great NPP by concealing the polling station forms from party faithfuls, but will later come and blame the national executives, especially the hard-working Adrian John Boadu. How 2020 parliamentary primaries and its eventual shameful national result is not serving as a guide to me is really to them is really amazing. Let's stop the individual interest and laugh the big elephant party first. Kwesi Reynolds is in Agona or Dobin and Odiweya. But Obi, John Boadu will win hands down. He is the only experienced general secretary we have in our party. We cannot trade him for anything. Benghazi and Onodiwe Abraying. There are other messages briefly. Now, Memrani and share other issues quickly. Obi, greetings to you and John Boadu. Kindly tell John that we understand the shenanigans at the moment. Obi, you just told him the bitter truth that some members have parochial interest in this process. John Boadu and his team will not pay attention to any petition presented before them. Why do you even allow some big boys within the party to sponsor some forms in some regions? It's a way to score some cheap political point. John should be ashamed for saying this on air. Punish all who buy forms for some members. That will ensure sanity and pave way for proper democracy. We see a friend Eric Tetefroku, assembly member will commit Chrome electoral area.
Eric Tetefroku, when did we start preventing people from supporting FM? When? So because someone a year presidential hopeful or whatever it is, no. Until I am punished you. What about the individuals also supporting go for? Yedimpa says he can't be called to support them at the constituency level, no, and so, and we cannot get all the money to do so. It is individuals a person must support her. Why not? what is wrong? The only challenge with it is that
Communication.
thank you, are aware. Then we could also communicate to constituency. Any polling station for one will say, maybe are 2 forms now, we are to one. And I'll say, but for you to come and be talking like this, I don't think it shows respect at all.
Okay.
At all. Sebi, yes, a bit much review.
Abotre.
But so management, if you know, maybe I walk off a better. Well,
Where's the Obi? It's not for nothing that John Boadu is called Adrian Kessier. The man is super intelligent. What? He never ceases to prove that he is not just a general secretary, but an astute communicator at that. See how he has meticulously dealt with the issues. We in the NPP cannot help but be proud of such a hard-working, competent, experienced, reliable, and selfless general secretary. How can we sell such a high-quality color TV for black and white? The critics must come again. JB, yen wudeni we boy twaso sa eduro bia beka dem say Obama is in pokwase and on the way a brain. This one says that Obi, I think buying forms for polling station executives will cost big problem for our party. Great Amos is in Tema and also then a drink a brain. I greet the only general on Ghana's politics, sending you the message from our lecture theatre.
Ekosiisen-On-One.
Idi Muhayudin. Idi, now our lectures in Nauti Ekosiisen. We say, good afternoon, Obi. I thank you for bringing JB. I think it's good. He should keep it up. But please tell him he should let us hear from him more. Honorable Ebenezer, Nina Nate, and on the way, Abba. We say, Obi. Ask him why the party has not moved along with a digital wave led by Dr. Baumia with regard to picking nomination forms online instead of this animal farm way of sharing forms. Seshak in Trobu. Seshak, we are know that Trobu no wahenfa. Trobu ne way, you know. Trobu ne wa achemota area hono. Trobu. Tantra. Trobu. Why na MP ho? Trobu. Oh, I want to Moses and name in the war.
I don't.
Trobu. Okay.
Assemble
I'm obi na the message about sorry for Trobu.
Now want to Trobu da.
Oh no, now I was a bit confused. But I am say we Eastern region. But apparently say they were Greater Accra.
Yeah, was saying kai okase you say Trobu Amasaman. First na Trobu Amasaman.
And no matchim.
No watching.
Very well. Very well. Very well.
Yes, I meant to hide.
Ekosiisen-On-One.
Trouble. And I want to say, Honorable Moses and him. Wow, trouble.
Yes, I doubt very hard.
Well, so Obi, good afternoon. My greetings to your guest. Was your friend Fia Adepa? And was it Obi, please tell him to send me Momo. I hear you.
Oh, pay comment.
Oh, pay comment.
Me pass a comment. If you want to go Momo more, pass it.
But back to one very serious issue. Now, as General Secretary, we were interested in what's happening in Parliament, at least on the side of your party, who formed the majority in Parliament. What followed the conversation around Adjo Asafo?
And yes, I'm involved.
You are involved?
Yeah.
What's happening?
And some of it border on personal issues. Nti they made to me in much more details. But best say or whatever it is, you take it to sooner or deny. And say bibinia Kamijidi se we tu kwaya we di a check a cry ya brosono. For this reason or that reason, you know, or better kakra into support was a demand. As a party, we try as much as we can to make sure say Obebabe joining the colleagues or parliament. Now, Martins and go for a conversation about the fact say 15 days one co-parliament.
Yes.
Yet me union and said that yes simple, sir. Osha Constitution say 15 days one call without
a permission from the speaker.
Without a permission. Permission is we can to ask our
That should be
also no also neutral there.
Ontimi neutral.
Ontimi neutral. But oh, also there. Okay, visa. Also so be neutral to your partial, be partial to your neutral said them visa. And such a person who did delay I don't actually assuming possess one money permission. Straight away, and also without a permission until it must be proven. You have to improve or plenary. I will say a core privileges committee.
Yes.
No better the crontia. Say in your stranger no about. At least no better the crontia. I also mujitum say what is so man jantum. Not trainers or mujitum anything. Even on man jantum number report plenary honor. Oh, and then BBI vote you vote say, oh, you have you know, now vote na see now it is important, say, you be a deeper conversation on this matter.
Okay.
You be creating impression, say, young Kasakra, you know.
You have not taken any such decision as a party.
Make there, make catch it, say, make there. It was say Ghana 40. Ono so ha o ye badwen ba
otie
o so ote said the American ontie so because I just have a minimum answer or be a member of parliament.
Yes.
Said be I just have nyina no satama on gina a ticket so any parliamentar on your minister na na just have and so said there so no so anti party so ayebi anti Mijiri say no ana meka.
We hold him to ransom as a party in parliament.
Me say Mijiri say no ana meka. Say the TBI na me say so yes expect say obeka ho idie. E bi am put no si bi a put no. But and you're good.
But as a political party, no, you've discussed her situation and taking decision on her. Have you done that? ABI, you don't want to communicate the decision, but take decision be on her.
Now they make a chair, we say, also they make a job, say, I got to take a decision.
Okay, ain't the possibility of say, because you have to think, come on, say, a big crack, I say, because per the standing orders of parliament, you know, it was a member of the house and a trigger process, you know, a raise on the floor. My speaker refer to the privileges committee. That member can come from both either the majority or the minority. Is this something as a party? More some members maybe triggers our process now.
If you my got trigger. And
I don't to trigger.
Oba. Some guys say to me in a dean absentia. What did I make say? You might be won't bet like I'm saying, you know, any pleasant for anybody. MPP pet and I are buying a pet and Ghana for nyina because assume in Senko na numbers in our son na finance minister I ready no the levy akone apasia even say 1% 1.5% 1.7 e disikabeba na ye de sika na ye de aboa o man no nti say na absence no e course bibisa e ade ha nyina
but the absence dey course mo the delay in the passage of the E-levy.
Obviously. Not just the E-levy, a lot of other things. Discussions are also crying healthy for the party. Discussions are also, and I say, me who TikTok be our year, but me who I didn't know. But come on,
but if you say old videos,
it be a new. Now even for old video no cry me who yes be am akoma here me no
oh
sen come here ordinary party person and I come better high na questions are obviously ka answers am the be mount no
hey na sa de na hamo pa o as a party
tell me can no sen ka yes me a part of the discussion any decisions I be here na ya bomodin ye the epe so, nanka me just ordinary person. Nenra me who's at TikTok, no?
Yeah.
Nanka who beside me the kind of questions I beside.
Ekosiisen-One-On-One.
Answers I them mouth, no.
Is it should I be surprised
So wait, we hold.
No, meba. Should I be surprised? I met your chana. Say ebia. There would be a by-election. Ewo Dome Kwabenya.
And as a by-election, there will be MP be to me at any time.
Yeah, I know. So make us specific.
Will be to marry.
So when you
why send down on no yeah also across the carpet. On which I was say there be to cross the carpet. Young go by-election. As for surprises, even as we speak now, a few MPs are home for Mokra. You bet me at say. BBAC apart from Adwa Safa. I know they are surprise to me as a politician. Part of my planning all the time. They are no problem to me at all. And yeah, by election, any problem. But the presidents any who share any age, any level we do any baby and kaye share so be kwa do. And no na ebia kati amempe.
And this action no can cut the political way.
Obviously. O de man on be fa hasisi uncle fa mokola sisi MPP for obonse man be got a kind of support and then support for the man. GD say with this one above on pa. GD pa.
But say we've not heard from her in this amount for basic that or decision based on your matter. Are we being fair to her?
That's only her. He answers our parliament or your car only her. And yet they yate and the empty. They yate the end yate. So they make but the outside, the only answer better and down for no.
The answer
our parliament now a bad Juma cost. It has to whether Wakasa on Kasayo. And no,
or a party member before becoming an MP. Ne action when is it anti-party conduct? For which reason a party bit may take it?
I'm saying
disciplinary action. No, that be some maker. The because of parliament is different. We make a
bet me a basis for future decisions on her.
Including a disqualification potentially for becoming another
a basis
for a future decision.
Yeah.
Gross anti-party conduct.
Oh, now who can? I don't for dear. Go host to or join.
Finally, meaning one video I make it rounds now, and a video of one of your sitting MPs, Asin Central MP. Kennedy,
one of our sitting MPs. This will be
minim. What did you work? Also say more current executive. Mumu be a winning or better on one party.
Oh, I before no the casa.
And the boy from why?
Before was there now or Casana say Obiashe before. Or beside the question say. Then communication director no aka bi before enya onya odo party ni say dey nyina odo party no
say on party for
onya enya before no dey kan na unze show ti
ba uka current executive no also we win on the party
doesn't matter dey make na tie
me too
unze me nu ako a ba ko bebo ba ko onim za yam bo draw. But there near me nuano, any badge more. The other bunny be any badge. Men I'm a buno, the outside any badge, on the baboom outside any badge. Incident in our miniaco. Before I'm saying, new questions. You see, sometimes more questions now will be sad solo. One shall also no answer, be no could there will be some I mean, Charles soon, Kosu. First of all, didn't I mean comment to cry and say, my friend upon besides said, didn't I? Someone, my friend besides a problem cry bang and now on a war. So now, my better, Sabi, I see. Obi fum kuma oye den fum enja. That's all.
But his problem with you seems to be say ona uma buabia samwa ba and buabia samwa according to him has been a failure.
I know there it cannot be. Your constitution say national communication directors no they are appointed by the National Executive Committee.
Okay.
It cannot be general secretary. I know there clear for everybody.
Oh, okay. And as you see, as a Muyi polling station elections, the free work say Mobako electoral area. After that, my constituency. And
after that, my
constituency.
After that,
regional.
After that,
national. In the national, the end be July.
Middle of July.
16
to 18th or so.
16 to 18. Ebeba so wahin.
Nkrakrom haya.
Oh, mo be wa Accra,
party na take a decision because of accommodation problems. You call other regions.
Yes.
So students see nyasam get out. So near other regions be calling them. Say Accra ne Kumasi no. More major schools. Lagos. Say that premier university.
Ghana's only university.
Can be like a 5 hour. So last discussion here, we be and if you on the share, you know, but there no end preventing me from making it known that the only university in Ghana. Okay. Oh, big guy. But yeah, I cried almost school so technique high almost hostels. Okay. Party they decided say every year annual delegates conference I be no. Yeah. Wo Kumasi the next one I Accra. The next one I Kumasi. You know?
Oh, sir.
The last one last year they Kumasi.
Meaning, sir, the other regions will not have a feel of the.
Feel because you be youth conferences, women's conferences, Nasara conferences, other manifesto launching, other party activities. You be orchestrating. I'm sure, sir, because we know gathering a dozen.
Okay.
Close to 6,000 all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, said annual delegate
Ekosiisen-On-One
between Accra and Kumasi.
JB, who are experienced politician, do you believe, sir, if elections were held today, Mubetimi Asen
well, I mean, said I data bia. Data I mean, best 3 months ago. Data 3 months to date, dear. More but at that time, no, say hold elections. At that time, they said November last year. Gebesen Winnie Bion. But once I'm reabim. Christmas, 11, 17, you can't really tell, but there minimum there you hold the elections. But you see, one thing you must realize is that when all things being equal, things will not be held constant because going into 2024, no, the new presidential candidate never call, and also the new dynamics and all that, depending on how messages will be couched and all that. Government also have about 2 years to go. Prices of petroleum products I could do $90 per barrel. A bit to me about form corona effects on the economy. No, a bit to me about form the World Economic Order. Price of goods and services in Eco Caucus. The U.S. all-time price hikes 37 years. Say. If we ever do a year from now, no, maybe a near about form crowd more. Na assess the environment na the new patriotic party the two in Niswa and no Ghana for Gina so eto abama no na ebi kra assess environment nti we kra na percentage na see per kra na akwa so kra
but e-levy amama you unpopular, do you agree?
Oh ni sen ho
has the party got a position on that apart from government position which we know party no position on e-levy conversation here then?
Your position and say yes say young koso as o man na yesika ye hia edebe developer mine nyina no ne kese if loans and grants no cry every throughout the world. Loans and so becoming more expensive in the advent of COVID and other decisions no na ye Sika it will raise internally in a best 13%. It is a buying a decided so the BB bar a bebois near to me raising more. Now, in addition to raising more, no so no, or the some measures be buy a bit of cut expenditure. Now my home a high ya a idea support to power and I know will be as you see auditors general reports. I feel 12 billion. And as if said 12 billion at the whole because this can about 94% of that 12 billion I have best at 10.8 billion a year loans recovery by government as a bank war na was a fee or Jenny Nisika, a one the customers or try our way to manage. Where is the guy? Where is Sika buy dear and internally me and go raise Sika. Yan for ye need to Sika afe and I hear Koja and Sankai. And yes, you need the Honsu Cran and Sankai. Me do cut me Jenny me from my wine or one wording. And I hear people who you understand? And by next year, no, you to me and Jia, ever call 10.6 billion, ever call 11 billion, and non just say 2022, no, 2022, I over 11 billion. Yes, amount due. I a war for a period of time. It will be very arguments. Near Kojis, I can say, I don't know this. Obi cry for the also. Sika must say or the general as with Sika. The other aspect of it, procurement irregularities. Ebia we so sourcing. Let us say what's the echo answer and our criteria. I was say contracts, for failure answer which I so sourcing. Ebia one for failure, and I let her no cry. And quantum said they also a sickle. And on a can is sicker boma, and we are best of 800 million. And not just it's like misappropriation of funds. Yes, a koto book. What trust of a koto book and a size in ye. Now, for one reason or the other, also some our Jane say, Ubeto book is same way, and I also same way. I was saying, can the papa mono, oko back. Na okoje authorization and so what to book so say na one engine out to book so yes misappropriation of funds. I don't just wait this kind. So I see who say it's not as if say alternative no a real and again you decide say yen cost alternative. Sabi because ya ben no news say dokon to etosia na aben hwan no be ka say me jai sa sika no na me decide can na makoji levy. I don't think so. Until ubisa party position on the party supports government. Not only this government, every government obey effort to expand our revenue collection base, expand our tax net. Den kofo bebre nkakra ibetua na yankasa ye dia hwe sabi amano ne ya edi ani hwe. Apart from Yesika Kakron baby, I had a call, yeah, on my Yesrepe, no, our Mugusu Riasicano, Yanas, Omugusu Riano, taxes are Muciano. Then we are, and what train we call Manchester. Baby, I echo a meeting. Car echo parking, £35 a night. I have an hour hotel or parking car, I bet you 1 city gra. I have found the cherry, I have. To me, parking crash, 6 cars too, £35 a night. Imagine the kind of taxes any revenues or raising. The boom economy, no. Me the omunya bread, me who say free you. It's come to baby omu jinin mo home de ko. Because it's a business and your mobile. My be you understand?
But I was curious. I mean, our relationship with the MPs necessary because mostly we see Asiedun Ketia in Parliament and some people complain that JB is almost always nowhere to be found in Parliament about crucial decisions.
Also, no, a member of Parliamentary Service
Board. Yes.
Before then, now, no. Before 2020, Asiedun Ketia now Parliament is a member of the Parliamentary Service Board. Also, our opposition. So, nti okoha e bia na adwuma na okoye. Me so said I'm sorry, who say start internal process. Last year nyina no. No political party was able to do it. We did our conferences throughout the country, into all the 275 constituencies, in all the 16 regions. No, Ni nyina was there. And Sayan Kasa as a party, national tour, visitation of the constituencies, a meet your munyina or regions. Ni nyina. So never answer ye strengthen your community na me ko ye we nyina ye start so hu me wa ha akoko ha ko ehia kweti afo ehia we ono no mo nyan start sa process nti se okoho a enye bibia ye nwa ba bibi hia because I'm in constant touch with them bibi hia na o se me ko ene o mo ko ye o mo caucus meeting ene ne ma nyina me ko ene o mo ko ye discussions
Okay, yeah, the basic now me patrol. There is this late questioner about photocopy of the forms. Say obi kofa forms na ofili we was so you photocopy it to us evidence be na part of the rules.
And they one kasa any part of the rules but one kasa for evidence sake no. Say oh you copy they are told honey there no nobody will prevent. Oh yeah po yen hu so why copy. Who got your gra each other fire but oh yeah e boa na achibi no documents are oh chere say why a polling station why a a photocopy of
yeah
me kan why cry is it nana do dan kwa kufu ado na ode ne certificates yeah they call electoral commission there was something strange I mean who as an assist form be something
FM.
Our keepers and yeah say apply for something
but because constituencies are normal say e be a forms na wa kwa atwe kakra no say me nua bi akwa gibia make me run a photocopy of the na me so ma fail
and
won't mean run a photocopy of obedient
and then say about the same serial number.
Oh, okay. Okay, forms no serial numbers. Okay, very well. You, Jebi, my fancy questions here by the door, so about the rain tea. I was saying, this final message. I would party for.
My final message, and say, Yenya abotre. Yeah, because social media banned, you know. I did an anke normal. He ran the state. This is there's a transparency in the ground also. This time. But this time, no, social media or want to be big to a beer, mobile say a beer, yeah, they are. But most of the things, no, so no, within a very short time, no, you resolve. Say, be what Akema will still continue to work at it to make sure, say, there was say, yeah, did see any so no, yeah, be. May so say, baby, I do no, yeah, you do vetting. Man call for you sue flimsy excuses. And for you call for so and very, very important. Now I know the oh yeah, never anymore. Yeah, dear, you better so cry.
My name is one of those excuses near we are here. We may all be respectfully. I'm a polling station secretary and I've traveled and will be returning home frequently to assist. Should I be disqualified because of my absence? I've completed my form, but the people in charge of the process are telling me that I cannot file it and that I cannot go ahead and contest because I'm not available. I'm a member of the party and I've even provided my party ID number on the form. Please, JB, assist me in this matter. Thank you.
The attorney say, we are your known polling station secretary. Na wama obi afele for my name house he sign but what to me sign and now wama obi afile even in his absence cry he bet me out to aba obet me winning
Okay.
obet me lose to mean Ginny say so you're known person I was said the basis for disqualifying him this say be our form no cry I know dear a bad didn't say you argue say young fan count because on declared intention say or person
but once I offer form
are failing
okay and you better but general secretary no who say I could be
Ekosiisen
say no nti na man kwaji post bia me that city baby say could be pa I record no gidi because one I feel say politics are here oh obi say cobra bon
FM.
Osapao. But our experience our war in our politics ne niema onim ne examples obetumi amawa uye penyi na betina na nim na politics na ne ya obedu baby also do no na afi na wo dwene ho because no there wa dwene ho dada so na be with the kind of opportunity I working for this party over all these years, then near my experience, if me feel say going into 2024, no, my services will be needed greatly by this party. And nyafe na ibe here me service na me be dan me chi ama party no. Nti se nyame boa na process ni do ho na do national dia mesa akwa as general secretary.
But what names now are you interested in?
Oh, Mati.
Opariansa.
Ekosiisen-On-One FM.
Justin Kodia Frimpong. So when you mumunya.
Minimum almost on her party for.
Threat be any.
Oh, so I'm also better actually. So I'm also better actually. But then you have be depending on after constituency elections, no. Constituency executives are be any regional executive be national council are be you know a campoma no be decide say almost so I'm over trash do yen try almost share and I said yen try almost share so ntenye de kra ni kwate title
organizer
obi
organizer.
We were there. I don't have problem. I don't have problem.
Mate.
There had kakra say ene obi na no polipe yes John Boadu na ye. Obi.
You want him say in the wake of complaint from grassroots no some hey Seke.
The police station there, what 38,722.
Yeah.
Obi Aji Falls, Wafan, as it your way to the desperation, say message in you are, Sana, but I know the time cry, and I can tell you, me. Elections are here over the period. He did that. Me di mo akoten ye so mani ye now the process been now here nipa over 1 million now we nya challenges now they also be en go be anything they also be en go be anything
because for example there is this message from Benjamin A. Akoyu I mean him say on Facebook or say in this day and age we still watch MPs, regional and constituency executives, and even MMDCs hoard forms. Yet the General Secretary cannot assert his authority on any of them. JB is not in charge, and he must go home. That's one. And he has a lot of those posts on social. Maybe say, how do you feel?
I feel, sir, some of them don't even know the process. Some of them, because of election, are continue more kasasa. And they are the same people because I'm autocratic. If I decide to hold people, and for his information, you know, some of the authority come the minister authority no as general secretary. What did they make? Because Sabi rules and regulations see a national council. Into Omo Kasara national council, including president, didn't at them no. Those speaking, if they don't know. National Council, they have rules and regulations. Until who reducing it to General Secretary. Nah, say you don't even understand what you are. Who manage a police station there? But there are some of the issues, Nyansa, and they did deal with it. Nyansa, and Yamrakeke, Nyansa. So on the
very well. JB, me and say, as the days go by, the best science wedding come up you. Why is that? Momo campaign answer the
then they say, you can know you Titus or decided to a contest national organizer and chair.
Yes.
They also come more. I say, and it's all dark. I have buffet for happy. It's can't be any but to the scout, but to they also qua. So till say baby constituency conference no but maybe they make me start after constituency conference no dem until who bon pie be no go be our titles
JB that's it John Boadu, General Secretary of the